Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. This is the week of Christmas. I know a lot of you thought that my last video of the year was last week with my makeup tutorial, but it was just my last makeup tutorial for 2020. So I'm so excited to be here because we haven't really touched upon hair in the last couple months that much. So guess what? I have some bonus videos for you, and today I'm sharing my 6 steps to going gray. You ready? Ladies, let's get this beauty started. So my first tip, ladies, is to kind of give in to that gray temptation. I know you're sitting back and watching Pinterest and now seeing all the ladies on Instagram that have this beautiful gray hair journeys. Remember, when I was going gray in 2015, there was nobody. There was no one to inspire me in my age category. So I was like, there's no book. That's why I wrote a book. There's no real visuals. Like, oh my gosh, am I doing the right thing? Because there was no one really that led the path for me. And so, I want you to just get rid of any negative self-talk, right? Oh, I wouldn't look good with gray. Oh, I'm going to look so old. Oh, my husband's going to hate it. Or my kids are going to think I'm crazy. Or my grandkids are going to think I'm ancient, right? Start talking to yourself and saying, you know what? I always have the option to dye it if I don't like it. Or let me kind of just see, or let me put my toes in. I'm tempted to see what my gray hair looks like. And really, ladies, there's nothing wrong with going down the path and then saying, whoops, I don't really like it. I think I'm going to dye it, because you have every day is a new day if you want to go gray. You just stop dyeing, you see how it goes, but give in to that temptation and keep it positive. My second tip is to grow in your roots. So this is a really great tip because how do you even know where the gray is? Do you even have a lot of gray? Maybe you don't. Maybe you think you do because you've been dyeing it for so long, but you don't really have that much, right? Maybe it'll look like highlights, or maybe it'll just be a little stripe like I had. But this is a really great way to see, is it gray? Is it silver? Is it white? What color is your gray, right? I think that it's so funny when we all think like we have so much gray hair because we always are dyeing it, and then we stop and we're like, wait, where's the gray? Where is it? Where is it going? I hear that so many times from the ladies on Beauty Reinvented. They're like, okay, I had so much gray, but I decided to stop dyeing. And I'm like, where is it? Grow faster. I want more gray hair. So grow in your roots, figure out what color it is, where it's coming in, and then assess your hair. My third tip, ladies, is to evaluate your gray. So that really is an important aspect of your gray hair journey, because it's kind of going to lead you down the path that you want to go. Where are you going to go with this journey? So for me, I had the gray stripe. I had a big gray stripe in the front, and I had black hair. But when I would go to get it dyed, I would have her foil the white and then dye the rest. I wasn't ready to go gray. And it worked for me until, I went through all of the IVF, and my story's all over. I'll link a video that you can kind of, if you're new to my channel, you'll know exactly what pushed me over the edge and why I just went cold turkey gray. But, this is really interesting because you can evaluate the journey. You don't have to just go gray, white, Grombre, whatever. You can actually add personality to your gray. And I'm going to give you 2 examples. So I was at a wedding in Palm Beach in 2015, and it was really interesting. There was a lady that came up to me. Now remember, I was at the beginning of my gray hair journey, so I really look like a hot mess. I had black hair. I had a gray stripe. I was going gray at 4 inches of roots. I just looked like, what am I doing? This woman came up to me and she's like, I love your hair. I thought, really? Oh my gosh. Okay. But her hair was white and she dyed it in the front black. So we were like the opposite almost. So it was really neat. She's like, oh no, I add this black in. It frames my face. It adds color to my face. And I thought, that is so neat. It looks really cool, artsy, funky, just really unapologetic. So I thought that was really cool. Then I had a client that had short, really white hair, white, and it was layered, a little bit thin, layered, and she added a black stripe into the white, and it looked so neat. Again, it was artsy and funky and different. And she, you know what I mean? It was kind of I have white hair, but I'm going to add some personality to it. So you could do a bunch of stuff. You don't have to just go and say, okay, now I'm so white and I feel like I have no contrast. You can add in anything that you want. But those are two really cool examples of just evaluate your journey. Know that you have options. You don't have to just go completely all silver, white. You can add in something, some color and really make it your own. So my fourth tip, ladies, is to add highlights or lowlights. Again, this helps you with your transition. Now, I didn't do it this way because that wouldn't have helped me because I was literally black and white and there was no like softening anything, or I asked for them to strip my hair and they're like, it'll turn orange, Nicole. That's not a good idea. It's going to break your hair. You're going to have a disaster. And I said, okay, that's fine. Just cut it into a bob and let's like keep going. So you can, though, if you're blonde or if you're light brown, you can add in highlights, you can add in lowlights, you can soften your transition. Lots of information. Again, I like to refer back to my board of Beauty Reinvented because there's so much information from the ladies that have had a disastrous experience doing that, or some have had amazing results doing that. So there's a lot of like feedback that you can get, and it'll help you feel a little bit more comfortable if you are thinking of going down that route, you know, or toning the hair or doing all kinds of different things. So you can have options when it comes to highlights and lowlights. You can ease your way into the gray journey. It just depends on your comfort level. And I want you to feel really comfortable. I want you to know there's options. There's no right or wrong way to go gray, or to go gray and say, whoa, pull back and say, you know what? I don't think I'm really ready for that. I want you to really understand that. I want you to understand that this is a fun thing to do. This is an exciting thing to do. And there's never just one path. You can turn around, okay? I just want you to know that you can turn around. You can always dye it. There's lots of options. So I don't want you to feel like scared that if you go down this route and you start, going gray and then highlighting and lowlighting and getting to the end of your journey, that you couldn't just turn back and just dye it again. But if you're wanting to go gray, these are my tips, and they definitely work. So my fifth tip, ladies, is to trim often. So this is what I did. I had long layered hair. I loved it. But basically, if I was ever going to get to my gray hair journey fast or get to my gray hair faster, I had to cut it. So I cut it into the bob, and I've left the bob for 5 years. And I love the bob. The bob makes me so happy. So it was funny. One time my husband said to me, I think we were shopping or something, and he said, oh no, we were at the airport and something happened where he was doing something that was just so obnoxious, and I was very angry, and I was like, and he was like, oh, now you're angry, Bob. And I was like, what is wrong with you? And so it was like, it became a joke about like, I was angry, Bob. So Bob basically is like an actual person on my head, right? So the bob is just so much fun. It's so easy, whether it's happy or angry or acting unruly. I love this haircut. So it really made my journey fast. It made it stylish. It made it chic. It made it fun. So think about trimming your hair, just really kind of cutting off that old hair, the dyed hair and the dead ends, and getting that like really funky, fun style, or just going really traditional like I do. Or if you don't want to trim it, you know that your gray hair journey is going to take a little bit longer. So with all of that said, let's jump into my next most favorite tip. And my sixth tip, ladies, is warm up your makeup. Of course. So I put on a little Gives Me Life. This is one of my favorite vinyl lip lacquers because it's like a corally red. And of course, I have a little sparkly coral Florida style for this Christmas week. And I just felt like, ladies, you have to change your makeup. We know that. When you're going gray, silver, whatever, white, you're going to be cool. It's a cool color. It washes you out. So add a little lip color. Bright pinks, reds, corals. You don't have to go bold and crazy. If you don't wear makeup, that's fine, but you do need to add a cream blush, color to your skin, warm up with your foundation, warm your skin up, put on some kind of shadow that's gonna give you a little bit of color, mascara of course. Now, brows. This is really important because your brow hair is going to turn gray also. So you don't want to pluck the grays. Please leave them, ladies. You want as much hair as possible. Use mascara wand. I have a brow fix that I have 4 different colors that I love to use because I cover up my gray right away. It makes my brows look groomed, and it's just an easy way not to have to feel like you've got to get them dyed or maintenance or what have you. You're in control. You can swipe on a little bit of color, cover the grays, but that's really important, is to change up your makeup, add color to your face. It just really, it's almost like you have like this neutral palette, right? With gray or silver, white hair. I say all of these things because no one's hair is just white or just silver. I mean, my hair is like 4 different colors. So when you add color though, it really just makes you come alive. Like what my mom said in that video, she's like, I feel beige. I feel like I look in the mirror and all I see is eyes. I don't see any color. Everything else is just really pretty and very soft. And, being in your 70s, you can still wear gloss. You can still wear a shadow with a little bit of sheen. You want to look alive. You want to bring light to your face. You don't want to just dull everything out and do everything just completely nude, or, maybe not popping your cheeks with another, what?
No, it's true. It's true. I was just thinking about how I look so flat so much of the time.
Oh, I thought that I was naming too many things, and my mom was like, "Oh my God, here we go."
No.
So is this not true though? I mean, in your 70s. So I mean, I'm in my 40s, so it's different. So I mean, what's a real challenge for you that really makes you upset in the morning when you're doing your makeup?
I think it's not having enough color in the face, and it's not popping. It's just sort of. It reminds me of everything is beige.
So you were saying everything's beige, like when you look in the mirror in the morning?
Yes, it's beige, and it's like there's no face there.
So then what do you do to combat that?
Well, I try to add color, but I think that one of the most important things is making the eyes pop.
That's what you have to do. You have to add things to the face. Cream blush is beautiful because it looks like your skin. Having a beautiful, creamy, high gloss lipstick looks great. You don't have to go crazy though. I mean, a little pink, a little soft petal pink, or anything that adds just some warmth to the face, makes you feel confident, makes you feel good, makes you feel like you're rocking your silver. And ladies, I just want you to have fun with it, right? 6 tips. These are just my tips. I want you to feel liberated, encouraged, inspired to go into 2021 and say, you know what? I've been sitting here in my house since March, and I have been like, maybe, no, I can't. Oh my gosh, no. I feel like I've already aged 5 years because of this whole situation. 2021 is going to be amazing. Tell yourself that with Post-its. Tell yourself that with just your self-talk, and say, you know what, I'm going to really rock it. I'm going to look amazing. I'm going to get a new style, a new cut. And I'm going to just be who I want to be. And ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.